Hi. Hello, this is our medyo malakas. Yan. This is our midterm reviewer para sa general chemistry because apparently we need to go back to our topics from the very beginning after the last discussion para mabalikan lang natin. Minsan kasi nakakalimutan nyo na, by the way, everything, no? Everything that is on your midterm, yan ay nasa inyong power notes. And at the same time, we can use this also to add up, no? Dun sa inyong, ano, ewan ko, paano ba kayo nagre-review? Siguro, sige, ito, ako magre-review sa inyo para at least you are ready on whatever questions are on your exam. Let's begin. Balikan natin yung basic concepts, no? At the very core, ang sabi natin, chemistry, it is a study of matter and its changes. That is the simplest form, no, of it. Yun yung simple definition. And at the same time, it is known as central science. Bakit? Kasi everything from biology to physics to earth science, lahat ng scientific field, it all boils down to chemistry because chemistry is the study of matter. It is the study of everything. And again, what is matter? Matter is everything that is made out of atoms and molecules, and at the same time they are, ano ba, they occupy space and they also have mass, 'di ba? We need to remember that. Wait lang, let me write that down, no? That matter also has mass and volume, because it occupies space. So therefore it has volume. Moving forward, again, we have various states of matter, no? And based on that, no, we have solid, liquid, and gas. This is the different phases or states of matter. Pag solid, of course, your particles are packed together, yet they are still vibrating in one place. Liquid naman, ang particles nila, they are close, but they can slide past each other so they can flow. That's why they can flow. And gas, on the other hand, are far apart from yung kanyang mga particles are far apart, kaya it can move freely, no? Now, after that, after the basic concept, of course, balikan din natin yung mga branches of chemistry. You know, we already discussed this. Of course, you have organic chemistry. It talks about the carbon-containing compounds. What are those? Yun yung mga methane, ethane, and so on and so forth. Pupuntahan natin ito masaya mag-discuss ng organic chemistry. On the other hand, you also have your inorganic chemistry. Yun naman ay for non-carbon compounds, metals, yan, inorganic chemistry yan. Physical chemistry, more on the reaction, no, reaction mechanisms and energy changes. Okay, yung mga chemical reaction na nangyayari, that is under physical chemistry. Analytical chemistry, more on the composition of the substance, is the quality and the quantity of the substances. Ayan ay under ng analytical chemistry. Biochem, this is all about the different processes within within a living system, no? All of that chemical processes from Krebs cycle to the photosynthesis, all of it is under biochem. So those are the branches of chemistry. Now, uh, after knowing the branches of chemistry and after knowing that matter has mass, ay, ano nangyari? What happened? Ayan, wait lang, nawala yung pen ko. Oh no. After that, di ba alam na natin, sabi natin, matter has mass and volume. Yung mass and volume na yon, those are your properties. And if matter has properties, we must come up on a way on how are we going to measure it. So, in SI units, this is our standard. Ito yung sinusundan natin. The international system units, no? So, for mass, we have grams, kilograms. For length, we have meter, kilometer, and so on and so forth. For time, we have seconds, we have minutes, and we have an hour. How about temperature? Temperature, we follow Kelvin, diba? And on the amount of substance, we use mole. Bayan yung ating discussion recently. Now, uh, because we are measuring, of course, we are dealing with accuracy and precision because we have different tools, no, in gathering that measurement. So, kapag sinabi nating accuracy, how close are we? Gaano tayo kalapit doon sa ating target? Gaano tayo ka bullseye, di ba? Yun yung ating mga ginagamit na metaphor for this. On the other hand, precision naman, it is the consistency. Yun yung key term natin, consistency. Di ba? And those properties are also divided into two kind. Yung extensive, ibig sabihin sa labas. Intensive, ibig sabihin sa loob. Ano pinagkaiba ng nasa loob at nasa labas? Pag extensive, nagdedepende ito sa dami or sa amount. Okay? Kapag dumami siya, mas mataas siya. Okay? Mas mataas siya. For example, nito yung mass. Ayan, yung bigat. Ba? Pag mas madami ang pako, no, mas mabigat siya. Pero on the other hand, we have these intensive properties. No? Ito naman, independent sa amount. Ibig sabihin, kahit gaano kadaming meron ka, hindi siya nagbabago. For example, yung boiling point. No? Yung boiling point ng 100 ml of water is always be equal to 100 degrees Celsius. Yung boiling point naman ng 5 ml of water ay also equals to 100 degrees Celsius as well. Diba? Hindi nagbabago. Okay? Hindi siya nagbabago. That is your intensive property. So, yun, ah, laman din yun ng ating midterm. So, now, puntahan natin yung separation techniques. Bakit ba tayo may separation techniques? Kasi di ba classify natin yung matter. We can classify matter based on its composition. Pwedeng element, pwedeng compound, and pwedeng mixtures. Sorry, ang pangit na ng sulat ko. Nagloloko na tong pansulat. Now, kapag sinabi natin element, individual atom. Okay, individual element, pagkakasama, they are combined together. That is element. Pag compounds, combination ng dalawa or more na elements. Kapag mixture, ibig sabihin, yung mga compounds or yung mga elements, nagmi-mix sila together, pero they are not bonded, no, chemically. And we can separate them. Kaya may separation techniques. Meron tayong chromatography, distillation, filtration, evaporation. We also have yung manual, no? Manual. Yan. Yung by hand, picking or sorting, and yung magnetic. So, ito yung highlight ko kasi ito yung mahihirap. For example, chromatography. Always remember, this is, para madali sa inyo, there is two phase, stationary and mobile. And using this, nagsiseparate yung dalawang phase na iyon. May stationary, ibig sabihin may nag stay tapos merong isang nagalaw or nag-sip through those device. Distillation naman is separation of two liquids, no, with different boiling points or volatility, yung ating tinatawag. Filtration naman, it just separates solids from liquid. We are familiar with that. Evaporation, no, ang difference nito kay distillation, meron siyang dissolved solid. Diba? Example natin dito yung sa salts. Moving forward, so after that, 'di ba? Sige, puntahan nga natin yung compounds yan. Ito yung ating sinasabi kanina. Element, it is made out of pure substance and one type of a specific atom. We have compounds, which is atoms of different elements chemically combined, and yung ating mixture, physically combination, no? Physical combination ng substances. Ibig sabihin, maaaring element or compound na nagko-combine together, but they are combining physically, di ba? Okay, let's move on to the atomic structure. Sabi natin meron tayong element, and that element has a specific atom. Okay? And that atom has subatomic particles. Ano yun? We have proton, we have neutron, and we have electron. Gawin natin yan. Ganyan. Ay, wait. May iba't ibang color to. Erase ko muna lahat. Asan na yung ano ko? Erase muna natin lahat. Ayan, yung color red. Ito yung ating proton. Color red. Lagyan natin dalawa. Tapos, change color natin. Yung color blue, siya yung neutron. Okay? Tapos, yung ating color green, siya yung ating electron. You have two. Ang pangit ng drawing ko, pero magigets nyo na yan. So again, we have the atomic structure, proton, that is positively charged. Kaya nga proton, positive. Neutron, no? Neutral. And what else? You have electron, which is negative. No? Electron is negative. Yung atomic number natin, it determines the number of protons. For this example, no, we have how many number of protons? We have yung proton natin, yung red, we have 2. So therefore, ang atomic number niya ay number 2 din. Okay? And yung kanyang mass number naman, that is your protons from neutrons. So therefore, dito, ang protons natin dalawa, ang neutrons natin dalawa, therefore, ang kanyang atomic number, ang kanyang mass number ay 4. Diba? And then we also have what we call the isotopes. No? Pag isotopes, iba ang kanyang number of neutron. The same element, pero iba ang number of neutron. Okay? And speaking of different number, we also have ions. Kapag nabawasan or nadagdagan yung kanyang electron, it forms ions. So we have cation and anion. Kapag cat, that is positively charged, ibig sabihin, it loses electron. Nabawasan siya ng electron, kaya naging positive siya. Pag anion, that is negative kasi nadagdagan, it gains electrons. Okay? So that is under the atomic structure. Now, in the creation of, ano ba to? Yung tinatawag nating Dalton's atomic theory. Dalton's atomic theory, no? When he was building this, ang naging basis niya ay yung ating law of conservation of mass, law of definite proportions, and law of multiple proportions. Na-discuss ko to very thoroughly, nung tayo ay face-to-face pa. Sabi natin sa law of conservation of mass, matter cannot be created nor destroyed. Sabi natin sa law of definite proportions, compounds has fixed compositions. Ibig sabihin, H2O, this will always be water. And if you change the composition, this is not water. Diba? Because this is hydrogen peroxide. Ibig sabihin, that is not water. This is water. Okay? Because all compounds have a fixed composition. What else? Sabi naman natin sa law of multiple proportion, elements can form more than one compound in a whole number ratio. Sige, erase muna natin to lahat. Ayaw niya magpa-erase sa akin. Ayan. Ibig sabihin, yung carbon natin, 'pag sinamahan natin ng, ah, oxygen, it will form carbon monoxide. 'Pag yung carbon natin, we add to oxygen, you will form carbon dioxide. Simplified, but that's the point, no? So different proportion of different elements can form different compounds, but they are always in a whole number ratio. Okay, whole number ratio. Kaya nga ginagamit natin yung molar ratio nila, yung coefficient nila, no? Na laging whole number, 'di ba? Now, yun yung ibang parts, no, ng ating natalakay. But in naming compounds, I am encouraging everyone na balikan sa inyong Google Classroom, no? Why? Kasi meron na yan sa Google Classroom ninyo, and it is the same, no? Actually, I'm going to share it right now to you. Saan na? Dito tayo. Ay, wag yan. This one. Yan. On your Google Classroom, example ko na lang yung sa Kapati. Ikapati on your Google Classroom, under ng classwork, no? Puwede niyong puntahan yung ating episode number 3 at nandiyan yung discussion para sa ionic bonding, no? And we have a lot of examples there, and covalent as well, no? Tapos you can use, we have paano ba tama? Tapos you can use your own worksheets. Kaya nasa inyo yung worksheets up till this moment in time kasi, no, that could help you. So again, this is under episode 3, ionic bonds tsaka covalent. Okay? So, ganun lang, napakasimple lang, napakaikli lang. Yun yung iba't ibang, ideas na kailangang, alalahanin ninyo. This is just a short reviewer para sa inyo, para matandaan niyo. The rest, nasa Google Classroom, nasa Power Notes, no? You can check your Google Classroom. Nasa Google Classrooms 'yan, no? Nasa Power Notes 'yan. Ito additional na lang kasi I just want to highlight some things, 'no? Ano pa ba? 'Pag tinanong kayo which are ano yung pinaka, ah, sensitive sa measuring, 'no, sensitive na equipment, ibig sabihin yung may smallest, yung mas kaunti yung sinusukat, mas sensitive yun. Bakit? Kasi mas true yung value nun, 'no, mas mababa yung kanyang significant, errors. Gano'n. Kaya lagi yung smallest quantity or yung smallest na graduation. Ano pa, nasa Power Notes, nasa YouTube, videos, okey? Lahat nandun, wala na kayong kailangan pang hanapin. Ah, quick reminder lang sa lahat bago ko end 'to. Your midterms niyo ay kailangan niyo ng bring your kindly bring your mali spelling ko. Ang hirap 'no 'pag dyslexic. On your midterms, do not forget to bring your periodic table, 'no? Bring your periodic table of elements. Ano pa, nothing more, nothing less. Currently, I am checking some of the worksheet, Yung worksheet number 4, I am yung stoichiometry, it will not be part of your midterms. Stoic is not part. We don't know, but I hope so, 'di ba? I hope so. Ano pa? Wala naman na so far. So, I hope you have a good midterms. No, good luck. Good luck sa inyong midterms. And see you again next time.